Hey everybody, it's your pal. And let me tell you, I am so excited about this video. We all love those adorable animal videos, right? The ones that make you go all 1 minute and burst out laughing the next? Well, get ready because we've got a whole compilation of those hilarious pet owner moments that prove our furry, feathery, and even scaly friends are the ultimate comedians. So sit back, relax, and get ready to smile because these stories are positively hilarious. You know how some people set like 5 alarms in the morning? Or they have that one annoyingly cheerful ringtone that jolts them awake? Well, pet owners, we've got our own built-in alarm clocks. And trust me, they're way more persuasive than any old phone. We're talking about those furry little creatures who believe that sunrise is synonymous with playtime. Picture this. You're sound asleep, dreaming of chasing squirrels in a field of catnip. Suddenly, you feel a wet, sandpapery sensation on your face. It's your dog, giving you the morning lick of love. And they're not just going for a quick peck, oh no. They're aiming for a full facial, tongue exploring every nook and cranny. Or maybe you're a cat person. You know, the kind who enjoys a little peace and quiet, especially in the morning. But your cat, well, they have other plans. They decide the best way to start the day is by performing a graceful ballet on your bladder. That's right, those tiny paws turn into little daggers, prodding and poking until you finally surrender and stumble out of bed. And let's not forget our feathered friends. Some people rely on the gentle chirping of birds to wake them up. But if you own a parrot, you're in for a whole different symphony. These chatty creatures like to start their day with a repertoire of sounds that would make a foghorn blush. From ear-piercing whistles to uncanny imitations of your least favorite morning show host, they'll make sure you're wide awake and questioning your life choices. But hey, who needs coffee when you've got a furry, feathery, or even scaly alarm clock to kickstart your day, right? Let's be honest, folks. Our pets are masters of disguise, ninjas of the kitchen, and champions of counter-surfing. You turn your back for 1 second to answer a text, check the oven, or maybe even just blink, and bam! That delicious sandwich you were about to devour? Gone. Vanished. Swiped by a furry bandit with zero regrets and crumbs all over their face. You see, in the mind of a dog, every unattended snack is an open invitation. They're like, oh, you're not currently gnawing on that pizza crust? Well, it would be rude of me not to offer my assistance. And before you know it, they've scarfed down a week's worth of calories in one fell swoop. Cats, on the other hand, are more strategic in their snack-stealing endeavors. They're like tiny, furry thieves, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. You might think your tuna sandwich is safe on the counter, but they'll find a way. They'll channel their inner Spider-Man, scaling cabinets, and leaping across countertops with acrobatic grace. And let's not forget about those mischievous birds who believe that anything you're eating is fair game. They'll swoop down from their perch, snatch a grape out of your hand, and then give you that innocent look like, what? I thought we were sharing. So, the next time you're enjoying a snack, remember to keep a watchful eye out for those furry, feathery, and oh-so-sneaky snack bandits. They say a house is not a home without a pet, but sometimes our furry friends seem determined to test that theory by turning into escape artists extraordinaire. They see a closed door, not as a barrier, but as a challenge, a puzzle to solve with their impressive combination of agility, cunning, and sheer determination. Dogs, especially those with a strong sense of adventure or maybe just a short attention span, are notorious for their Houdini-like escapes. 1 minute they're lounging on the couch, the next they're squeezing through a gap in the fence smaller than a squirrel. And once they're out, it's a recipe for chaos. They're off to explore the neighborhood, chase squirrels, dig up flower beds, and generally spread their particular brand of canine joy. Cats, being the independent creatures they are also masters of disappearing acts. They can squeeze through the tiniest of openings, scale fences with the grace of a panther, and vanish into thin air, leaving you wondering if they have a secret portal to another dimension. 1 minute they're curled up on your lap, purring contentedly, and the next they're gone, off on some mysterious feline adventure. And let's not forget about our feathered and scaled friends. Birds, with their ability to fly, are obvious escape risks. 1 minute they're perched on your finger, chirping sweetly. The next they're soaring through the living room, dodging ceiling fans and dive-bombing the dog. And reptiles, well, they may not be as fast as their furry counterparts, but they're surprisingly good at finding ways to slither out of their enclosures, leaving you to search every nook and cranny, praying they haven't decided to set up camp in your sock drawer. So the next time your pet goes missing, don't panic. Just remember, they're not lost, they're on an adventure. We've all been there, right? Knee-deep in laundry, dishes piled high, trying to meet a deadline while simultaneously keeping the house from looking like a disaster zone. And who's right there with us, eager to lend a helping paw, wing, or tentacle? Our beloved pets, of course. Now, I say helping loosely because, well, Let's just say their definition of assistance might differ slightly from ours. Take dogs, for example. They're always eager to please, bless their hearts, but their idea of helping with the laundry usually involves turning the clean pile into a cozy nest or using a freshly washed sock as a chew toy. Cats, on the other hand, are more about supervising. They'll perch themselves on your keyboard while you're trying to work, offering helpful meows of encouragement or maybe just demanding attention. Or they'll strategically drape themselves across your freshly cleaned laundry, leaving a trail of fur as a reminder of their contribution. Birds, with their love of all things shiny and their tendency to mimic, can be interesting work partners. They might decide to help you with your paperwork by rearranging your staples or offering their own unique brand of dictation by repeating everything you say in a high-pitched squawk. And reptiles? Well, they're more the observe and judge type of helpers. They'll watch your every move from their terrarium, their unblinking gaze seeming to say, "You humans are weird, but hey, at least you keep the crickets coming." So the next time your furry, feathered, or scaled friend offers to lend a helping hand, wing, or tentacle, just smile, accept their help with grace, and maybe keep a lint roller handy. We've all been there, right? You're settled in for the evening, comfy on the couch, maybe reading a book or watching your favorite show. The house is peaceful, the air is calm, and then, out of nowhere, bam! It hits! The Zoomies. For those of you lucky enough to have never experienced this phenomenon, allow me to explain. The Zoomies, also known as the fraps, frenetic random activity periods, are like a bolt of lightning striking your pet. One minute they're all sleepy cuddles and gentle snores. The next they're transformed into a furry, feathery, or scaly tornado, tearing through the house with boundless energy and reckless abandon. Dogs, of course, are the undisputed kings and queens of the Zoomies. They'll hit warp speed, racing around the living room, leaping over furniture, dodging obstacles with the grace of a drunken gazelle. They'll spin in circles, chase their tails, and bark with delight, their entire body language screaming, "I have too much energy and I don't know what to do with it." Cats, while generally more dignified creatures, are not immune to the allure of a good Zoomie session. They'll channel their inner cheetah, darting across the room in a blur of fur, leaping onto shelves, and disappearing into the shadows only to reappear a second later, ready for another round of chaotic fun. Birds, with their ability to fly, take the Zoomies to a whole new level. They'll transform your living room into an avian obstacle course, swooping and diving, dodging lamps and ceiling fans with the skill of a seasoned fighter pilot. And reptiles? Well, they might not be as fast or as energetic as their furry, feathered counterparts, but they have their own, more subtle version of the Zoomies. They'll suddenly become possessed with the urge to rearrange their terrarium, digging, burrowing, and generally causing a ruckus that belies their usually placid demeanor. So the next time your pet gets the Zoomies, don't fight it. Embrace the chaos, grab your camera, and enjoy the show. Let's be honest, folks, our pets are masters of melodrama. They're the reigning monarchs of over-the-top reactions, the emperors and empresses of exaggerated emotions. A simple bath? It's a traumatic ordeal worthy of Shakespearean tragedy. A harmless cucumber on the floor? It's a terrifying monster that must be avoided at all costs. Dogs, with their expressive faces and love of vocalization, are naturals when it comes to dramatic flair. A trip to the vet? Cue the whimpering and the shaking. A bath? Prepare for the mournful howls and the desperate attempts to escape the dreaded tub. Cats, on the other hand, are masters of passive-aggressive drama. They'll greet an unwanted head scratch with a disdainful flick of the tail and a look that could curdle milk. They'll stage a hunger strike if their food bowl isn't filled to their exacting standards. Birds, with their flair for the dramatic, are like tiny, feathered divas. An empty food dish? Prepare for an ear-splitting squawk fest that would rival any opera singer. A change in their cage setup? They'll let you know their displeasure with a symphony of chirps, whistles, and indignant head bobs. And reptiles? Well, they might not be as outwardly expressive as their furry, feathered counterparts, but they have their own subtle ways of conveying their displeasure. An unwanted handling session might be met with a hiss, a tail whip, or even a well-aimed poop. So the next time your pet throws a dramatic fit over a seemingly insignificant event, just remember, they're not being difficult. They're simply expressing themselves in the most over-the-top way possible. Well, there you have it, folks. A hilarious glimpse into the wild, wacky, and wonderful world of pet ownership. From their quirky habits to their uncanny ability to make us laugh, our pets truly are the best comedians around. Now it's your turn. We want to hear about your furry, feathery, or scaly friends and their hilarious antics. Head down to the comments section and tell us all about your pet's funniest moments. Let's keep the laughter going. Now it's your turn. What's the funniest thing your pet has ever done? Share your story in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more laugh out loud moments with our furry friends. Until next time, keep on laughing.